Your ability to seemingly generate, because we don't generate financial resources or financial abundance, the ability to call in into your experience high frequency. It's a reflection or a mirror of the frequency within yourself. So what's the highest frequency? It's unconditional love. And when you mix that frequency of your heart's unconditional love openness with your sexual energy, which is your sacral creativity, then you work in harmony with your throat to express the things that you want into your reality. So it's a mix of using your sacral center, your heart, and your voice to express what you want to see manifested in your experience. So ultimately, there is no money. Think about who creates the money. The banks. It's just an illusory paper that says, I owe you. So we have believed that because we have a stack of these papers or a stack of numbers in a bank account, then we are wealthy, then we're abundant. But that's far from the truth. That's just, oh, right now I'm being a steward of this amount of wealth. If you don't see it yet in the bank account numbers, or you don't see it in the paper, it doesn't mean that it's not yours, because everybody has access to the infinite bank account. If you're spreading your sexual energy, leaking energy unwisely, and sexual energy is also your throat, because whenever you catalyze or alchemize your energy here and you speak to reality, you're giving sexual energy. So everything is sex. Sex is the union of your inner feminine and your inner masculine. So when you know that and you take care of your field and you just reserve yourself for the things that you truly want to experience, then that things show up in your reality fastest. And you don't sometimes need money for it, because money is just a middleman. Money is something that you give someone else so they give you the promise of the thing that you're calling into your experience. But these things can just show up. The power of your frequency, the power of your manifestation, the power of your knowing of how much you can create depends on your expansion. So when you choose a reality that you want, instantly the funds are there. The funds, the monies, the excitements, the opportunities, the connections, the people, things, places that are going to function as vessels of the Godhead to bring to you the necessary resourcing. It's resourcing that it's needed for the completion of what is it that you want to experience. But that's why you need to be so clear in your heart's desire, because it's not going to show up if you don't know what to do with it. Because for you to say, I'm worthy to be the steward of this amount of money, this amount of resources, this amount of love, this amount of sexual energy, again, sex, love, money, power, is the same thing. But divine power, divine love, being the highest frequencies, knows for what the money is going to be used for. So then the question of what do I wish to create, that's what's important to know. What's your calling? Because when you know your calling and you know that you're worthy of your calling and you cannot fail, then you're going to receive what you need and more in every second. And then you're going to receive the next inspiration, and then you're going to know what to do. So cultivate your sexual energy, which is the union within yourself, which is the ultimate healing of your masculine and your feminine. And then you won't be leaking it. How do you leak it? In doubt, in fear, in endless seeking for something outside of yourself. Because paradoxically, your calling, it's you. Every single object in your reality, every single luxury thing, material manifestation is just a reflection of who you are. It's like, oh, this is how I want to experience myself, in objects, in symbols, in relationships, in friendships, the people that are in your life that are mirrors of your state of consciousness. So sexual energy is everything. Sexual energy is alchemy within yourself and within your world, and how you wish to exchange that energy. So have no leakages. Ask yourself now, part of the interactive journaling of the video, where in my life am I still leaking energy? Where in my life do I still feel that I need to seek outside of myself to get money or get financial resources? Because that's ultimately a lie. When you try to get, it runs away from you. Where do I still believe that I am not all abundance, all financial resource, all alchemy of sexual energy within myself? Where do I believe that I'm not whole and complete, that I need to seek outside of myself, or believe that I need to grasp or convince something or someone that they need to give me an IOU, a paper, or a digital number to make me feel safe and secure. Because if that's where you're coming from, then it's gonna run away from you. But if you know you are that, you are that, then it comes to you. People want to give you resources. People want to give you time, presence, attention, ideas, contribution, because you are the frequency of that sexual alchemy and sexual union. And even when you are in physical intimacy with someone, with your partner, with your lover in the moment, your intention when you're going through that love-making experience, that's going to crystallize way more, because when you're in a state of ecstasy with open heartness and also sharing both of your sacral centers energy, whatever it is you guys are thinking about when you're in that act, that gets crystallized and manifested way faster. So be really clear of the power of intention when you're engaging with a sexual partner. Write in your journal, what are the thoughts? What is my intention every time I wish to experience physical intimacy? Is it just for pleasure? There's nothing wrong if it's just for pleasure, but always bring intentionality to it. And then it just becomes part of how you operate. Every single moment, your intention will be aligned with the whole. So when you're aligned with the whole's intention, there's so much energy coming at you. There's so much creative energy, sexual energy, resources, divine love, power, finances coming your way, because your desire, heart's desire, is connected with the desire of everybody. So every choice that you make, even when you're in that love-making experience that you believe that you're by yourself, you're collaborating with the whole universe, embracing the field. So everybody's heart's desires gets crystallized, because ultimately we want the same thing. We want wholeness, completion, comfort, abundance, love, peace, realization of yourself within the other. So I wouldn't say there's a difference between your self-realization, your monies, your power, and your sexual energy. It's the same thing. And now responsibility. How do I manage my sexual energy? Write it in the journal. Am I being responsible in where I direct my sexual energy? Am I being in integrity with my sexual energy? Am I being in integrity with all my agreements? Am I being in clarity of communication with the beings in my life? Because they're all sharing sexual energy with you, even if it's not intimate. That's the thing. When you start seeing the subtlety, you're becoming more conscious every single interaction. And then you become wiser about it, and you have higher boundaries, and you focus energy more precisely. And because you have all that power, sacral, love, throat, focus in the heart, in the desire that you want to see manifest, and the field is close to anything that doesn't serve that, then you become the mother mystic. You manifest as you see it here, you see it here. And then it's a consistent flow of manifestation and ecstasy. That's what you ultimately want. You want to feel in the state of ecstasy, in the state of the peak of the orgasm. And the peak of the orgasm can be every moment, not only in an intimate, physical, sexual experience. You're always making love to reality. You're always making love to yourself. So when I ask, what's your heart's desire? Another way to say that is, how do I want to make love to myself in this moment and the rest of myself? Again, it's not physically. How do I want to make love with my passion, with my excitement? And you can do that efficiently when you know that you're always supported, aka the money, the resources, the wealth. That's just a byproduct of you being in passion. It's not that you need that to be in passion and crystallize the things that you want. No, you need to know what you want, choose it, dance with it. Oh, what's the next step? It comes to you, keep moving forward, and then the wealth chases you. The wealth comes your way. So the last question to write in the journal would be, how do I wish to make love to life every moment? And that's when you know it's your heart's desire and not from the ego. Because the ego wants control, wants safety, security, fear, manipulation, grasp, just clinging into what's in the past, or like wishing for a better future, better tomorrow. But if you ask yourself, how can I make love to this moment? What makes me feel impassioned this moment? And you ask yourself that question and you act on it every moment, you're always in the peak of the orgasm. You're always using your sexual energy with your heart and expressing it accordingly. And then you're always in world consciousness. There's more to that. Perhaps we do another video that's even deeper in the practical questions that you can investigate and inquiry within yourself to see where you may be having still blocks in the infinite lovemaking experience that Earth already is, because you are already that. Okay. See you in the next motto.